Manchester City will take on Brentford later today in Premier League action at the Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola's side will be looking to maintain their winning start to the new Premier League campaign against Thomas Frank's Brentford, a team that City knows all too well can be dangerous, especially on the counterattack. With both teams coming off the international break, this promises to be an exciting encounter as the Premier League returns. On the injury front, City has a couple of absentees. Oscar Bob is out with a fractured leg, and Nathan Ake has also joined the injury list. Guardiola confirmed that the Dutch international will be out for an extended period after suffering what appears to be a hamstring injury during the Netherlands 2-2 draw with Germany earlier this week. A big loss for City, but they'll have to adjust. On the brighter side, Guardiola shared some positive news regarding Phil Foden and Rodri, who both trained well and should be available for today's match. Whether they'll start or come off the bench remains to be seen, but their availability is definitely a boost for City. One of the bigger uncertainties going into the match is the availability of City's star striker, Erling Haaland. Haaland is dealing with the emotional weight of the passing of a close family friend, and Guardiola has yet to confirm whether the Norwegian will feature in today's match. His inclusion would be crucial, but the decision will likely be a late one. Now, let's take a look at the predicted starting 11 for Manchester City. In goal, Ederson should be the clear choice unless there are any unexpected issues, such as fatigue from his international duty with Brazil. City will need his presence at the back. At right back, Kyle Walker is expected to start. His pace will be crucial to deal with Brentford's counter-attacking threat, and I believe Rico Lewis will be saved for the upcoming Inter-Milan clash. In central defense, Ruben Dias looks set to continue his strong start to the season. He's been back to his best and should feature alongside Manuel Akanji. The Swiss international has formed a solid partnership with Dias, and with Ake out, Akanji's role becomes even more important. At left back, Josko Gvardiol is almost certain to start. With Ake sidelined, Gvardiol will be an automatic selection as City's defensive unit will need to stay sharp. In midfield, I expect Mateo Kovacic to get the nod. Rodri may be rested for the midweek fixture against Inter Milan, and based on Kovacic's form so far this season, he deserves a spot. Ilkay Gundogan could make his first start since returning to City. Having had 2 weeks off during the international break, he should be fresh and ready to control the tempo in midfield. Matheus Nunes, who impressed against West Ham, might also start today. Pep Guardiola could rotate his midfield, and Nunes has shown enough promise to get a place in the lineup. Up front, Jack Grealish, who performed well for England over the break, should start on the left wing. His confidence seems to be growing, and he'll be looking to make an impact. Sabinho is expected to return to the lineup after missing City's last match against West Ham. He's fit and available, and his creativity could be key in unlocking Brentford's defense. And finally, if Erling Haaland is available, he'll likely start up front. After a tough few days, he'll be motivated to put in a strong performance, but his involvement will depend on his mental readiness for the game. This predicted lineup gives City a balanced side capable of both breaking down Brentford's defense and dealing with their dangerous counterattacks. All eyes will be on the Etihad as Manchester City looks to continue their winning run in what promises to be a thrilling contest.